So I asked you, why do your friends who don't go to church, why aren't they going? And one potential line you're saying is, well, not so much they've been convinced out of it. It's not like there's a syllogism that they're saying, doesn't make sense. It's more that perhaps they've been formed by other forces, other habits that have led to a different kind of formation.
Yeah, and even the sort of stripping down of church experience so that it can even sort of pander to the lowest common denominator, right? Oh, we didn't quite like that little bit. That was a bit strange. Or, oh, that was a bit too transcendent for me. Let's bring it down a little bit. And sort of, I think, the seeker-sensitive movement hasn't done much help in this respect, and is sort of has been taken captivity to secularism in whole. So even in our, I think, in at least the North American evangelical experience, which I think influences almost every church in North America, has had sort of this trickle-down effect. It's almost propelled this sort of secularism. It's accelerated it, even in some respects. So our very own churches are doing us no favors in this respects, just to the extent that you can walk into a church now where...
We want it to be comfortable.
And so it looks like a mall.
Bishop Barron has a phrase for this. Do you know Bishop Barron?
Yeah.
Yes.
I've heard of him.
He calls this beige spirituality, where, like this wall here behind us, it's not going to cause offense, but neither will it create saints or martyrs or missionary disciples. What do you think about that, Your Grace? You have a unique position. You speak to more people in depth than almost anyone else around here. I mean, you go to schools, you have pastoral visits, you talk to people at hospitals, your clergy. What would your take be on that question? The question being, the church, the Orthodox Christianity as well as the Catholic Church say, you want to touch the real, you go to the sacraments, you go to the liturgy, and very few people are buying it, even within our own pews. So why?
Well, the currents obviously are very, very strong that are impacting people. When you talk about repetition, if at best you're going to Mass just once a week for an hour, it's very difficult in just repetitive terms to be competing with what they're hearing minute after minute in the social media feeds and everything else. But I want to go back though, because that's a critically important question about why aren't people buying it. It relates to many reasons, I'm sure, but it would relate to a great deal on the witness of those who have come in contact with the real in the sacraments. Are we aware of what is actually happening when we step into a sacramental celebration? Am I truly responding to God who has taken the initiative? Am I truly giving myself into the encounter so that I can be properly formed through this repetitive self-gift expressed in the sacramental celebration? If that's the case, then I cannot help but be transformed. And the witness of a transformed life is what attracts. Right? So, if people aren't buying it, it raises the question of the quality of our witness. At the end of Mass, ite missa est, go. It's that sense of going out precisely as witnesses who have touched the real, been transformed by it, and now want to share the joy of that transformation with others. And if people aren't buying it, then I think we have to do some pretty serious introspection. And how am I allowing this am I really allowing this to transform my life so that I become a witness to the real that has come to us in Jesus Christ?